Thank you so much. Joining me now is Mr. Rajiv Pratap Rudy, and you're famous apart from other factors, the one who actually took on Rohini Acharya and defeated her. Mr. Rudy, thank you very much for speaking to CNN News 18. But I'm sure you're seeing the kind of linen, dirty linen being washed in public. She's speaking out very strongly against Sanjay Yadav, against the family. As someone who contested opposite her and also defeated her, but someone who's from Bihar, how do you feel about the fact that a woman in the Lalu Prasad family is now being attacked?
Well, it's a very sad story which you have picked up after the beautiful elections which is over where India has formed a government. I think it's a strategy on the part of the media to divert attention on the big victory which has come to the NDA. Pardon me for putting it that way. You said, I took on Rohini Yadav, please, for God's sake. You all must in Bihar politics say that no one takes on an individual like Rohini Yadav. It is Lalu Prasad Yadav per se.
Hmm.
She's a cute little daughter of Lalu Prasad Yadav, if I was supposed to say that. And he brought her to Chapra. Of course, he must have promised, and it's every father would like his daughter to get elected. That is there, and we cannot deny that. Possibly, Laluji failed in that. Now, of course, in that political party, there are people who came to the Raj Sabha. A girl possibly who gave her kidney to the father would have preferred a Raj Sabha route. Maybe I do not know. Within the family, she may have asked that also give me a Raj Sabha because her elder sister was also in the Raj Sabha earlier.
Hmm.
Now she's elected to the Lok Sabha. So possibly this seat went to someone who was close to Mr. Tejasvi Yadav. I believe he runs the shots there. He's important. Now, in that situation, you see the entire family, when we talk about Tejasvi, we talk about Tej Pratap, no one has an identity except Lalu Prasad Yadav. Lalu Prasad Yadav is definitely unwell. Now he cannot hold the show at all. Tejasvi has lost possibly in a very, he's been defeated. For him to get revived in another decade or so would be very difficult. It would be a perishing time for Lalu family. Now, in this situation, the girl is upset, Rohini is upset. See, she's what has happened within, we do not know. And she has decided to go back to Singapore. Very, very angry. I was watching her interview. But there are 2 points to it. A daughter has every right to get angry with the family. You, as a daughter, would get angry with everyone will forgive you. But she's not angry with the family. She's angry with individuals who are associated with the family. And possibly that is something which she can best explain why she is so upset. She had come from Singapore. She's gone back. She'll be getting involved in her own work and things like that. Now, calling people like us to explain and making news is something very sad because the game of RJD is over. And I can only advise Rohini, as she had always been calling me an uncle during the election. Have your patience, forget this, elections are over, wait for your time, let time pass. We are no sympathizers of RJD, we fight against you and the party, but we are no sympathizers. But as a young girl, I would say, keep patience. Now, there are things which are being mentioned, chappal se mara, ye kiya, wo kiya. I can't vouch for these things, and those she must not bring this in public platform. And for us to make a public debate or a public comment, it is for the family to see whether something has gone wrong. But that party is disintegrating. That family is disintegrating. Lalu Prasad ji is unwell. Tej Pratap Yadav is another mimic. He does a lot of mimicry and shows. He does things which possibly I can't even connect to. Then we have the only sane person where I see who's been very quiet and doing politics there is Bisa Bharti. For some reason, I have to admit that. Now, there's no vote coming in for me from praising some people or there's no, all votes have come. We have said whatever we wanted and we have never said personal things. Now, the gentleman has lost. Tejasvi has lost very badly. I think this is a time for the sister to take care of the brother. This is usually what should happen. And time to introspect and come back. These angers would definitely spoil her political future. And no one would take her seriously in future. So my only advice as an elder is, a cute daughter, anyone's daughter is always cute. She has failed She possibly may have wanted a Rajya Sabha ticket or a rehabilitation, or she may have wanted to contest. It is for the party to see whether. But I would only advise that A, media should just keep these things off. This is not hardcore politics. There's no big gains out of it. B, we are all very senior to make personal comments. And C, I would ask all my political colleagues in my political party to refrain from using this as a platform, because we should talk of the larger victory which has come to Bihar. Very large victory, unthinkable. And and your great friend Mr. Prashant Kishore should be discussed. Politics should be discussed and analyzed through, because you are still very sympathetic to him. And so
No,
let's
Mr.
look at things.
So we're not talking about Prashant Kishore over here, but Mr. Rudy, I'm just going to go back to Rohini Acharya for two simple reasons. And the point is that she's made some very startling allegations against her own brother. Do you see that a split happening in the RJD at some point of time? And do you think Tejasvi Yadav needs to address and keep this family together? Or will Lalu Prasad Yadav now be expected to make the big step forward to once again try and bring his parivar together, if at least not the party? Do you see a split happening within the RJD?
You see, Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav ji has already offered the seat or his chair or his throne to Tejasvi Yadav, which possibly in his understanding it was the best decision. He may not have succeeded, which he would not have succeeded anyway. And so I think Laluji is possibly very unwell. We did not see him in the elections much, and we did not hear about him. It's an end of an era of RJD. And this election would mark an era of the RJD, because it was never a political party with ideology. It was a family which initially showed that 12% vote, combined it with Muslims, and initially also brought in, when he came to power in 1990, he said that he was the messiah of Dalits and the backwards. And so people gave him that opportunity in Bihar when he used to bathe the Dalits on the roads of Patna and Bailey Road. That was the time he was a hero of the Dalits and the backwards and the OBCs and the EBC. Then came Nitish Kumar. He took away the Dalits and the OBCs and Ati Pichra and Mahapichra. Now that image which was there, that Lalu Yadav is a protector, is not there. They don't believe him. And when they were in government, they did what no political party can do. They were the first victim of their regime was not the forwards. Forwards, of course, were the victims. But it was the Dalits and the OBCs who took Lalu Prasad Yadav as granted. And this is what gave the space to Nitish Kumar to come into the politics of Bihar. And he did. He had no family to himself. He gave a perception. He gave a leadership. And once that come, now this is the biggest point which I would like to tell you on the floor today. For the first time after 30 years, the forwards in Bihar, which comprises about 13 to 14%, became friends, were seen as friends to the Dalits and the Pichra and the Ati Pichra and the Mahadalits. First time. Now, this is what was the biggest achievement of this election. And if you see in the community which I come is about, they gave about 37 tickets from to the Sangha Samaj or the Rajputs in Bihar. We won about 34. Give us 50, we would have won that. It's a big, beautiful combination through Nitish Kumar, which has emerged in Bihar, which is a combination of the forwards, slight Hindutva there, along with the Dalits and the Mahadalits, so they have trust in. In Chapra, if I win, it's impossible to win Lalu Prasad Yadav. I win because for last 25 years, people in the Dalits, the Mahadalits, the backwards and others, except Yadavs and Muslims, perceive Rajiv Pratap Rudy as a good man, as a helpful man, as a man who believes in justice. This is what has prevailed in Bihar today. And that faith in the forward community is phenomenal. And I think in times to come, this analysis which I am giving to you will be a very powerful instrument of Bihar.
Last question before I let you go, because 70% of voters of women over there, obviously women have voted en masse for the NDA almost. But how does it do well for the RJD if he's talking about women empowerment, if one of their own women in the family is now complaining of being abused? Your last quick words on this, please, Mr. Rudy.
The women who voted for the NDA have no reference to Rohini or no reference. They don't even look up to him, and they don't even consider him as any political leader. Politics is all about perception and faith. The perception towards the national government as far as women in Bihar are concerned, even Yadavs for that matter, they believe Narendra Modi gave them free ration, gave them respect, gave them Ayushman cards, so forth, and free gas. When it comes to Bihar, they had a great faith. They are great faith in Nitish Kumar. A combination women voters went out of the way to support them.
But if a Rohini Acharya is being attacked in the family, surely the RJD can never ever claim the woman voters.
No one would remember all this when it comes to the next election. So let's forget it. The elections are far off, 4 years
All right.
down the line. So no one will remember this thing. No, none of you remember. Even editors told me, and always they would say that, look, he is the game changer. And some person, they said the game changer of Bihar, he doesn't exist. We always kept quiet and said that you are wrong, but everyone laughed at us. So everyone will forget. What would be remembered is this great majority leadership of Nitish Kumar.
Okay.
And next 5 years, which is a big challenge for Bihar, for the issues, even if it was raised by the opposition, they will be addressed, whether it is employment, industrialization, urbanization. Bihar is at the verge of takeoff. It has taken off. And it's going to prove itself. We have a set of beautiful bureaucracy in Bihar, beautiful politicians
Okay.
in Bihar, and beautiful mandate in Bihar. Bihar is going to be at the top of list of
Okay.
India. That is my show.
And you clearly don't think that Rohini Acharya is one of them. But thank you very much, Mr. Rudy, for speaking to us on CNN
Had it
News
not been
18.
for you, I would not have spoken on a small girl like that. But I wanted to analyze it,
Okay.
and had
Thank you.
not been for you.
Thank
Bye
you
bye.
very much, Mr. Rudy, for
Bye
speaking to
bye.
CNN
Bye
News
bye.
18.
Bye bye.
Okay.
Take
So that
care,
was
all of you.
okay. That was Mr. Raj. The reason why we spoke to him is also because he defeated Rohini Acharya. With this, we go into a break, but news continues over here on CNN News 18.